What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to show you how to replace the engine air filter on your 2011 to 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee WK2. We're going to be doing a slight upgrade today. I'm going to be doing just a K&N drop-in filter, but if you're just replacing with factory paper style filter, the steps will be the same. And according to K&N's website, doesn't matter if you have the 5.7 Hemi or the 3.6 liter V6, they use the same filter part number all the way from 2011 to 2021. So any WK2 with a 5.7 or a 3.6 should be the same filter. The Hemi guys, the 5.7 might be just a slightly different airbox configuration, but should be the same filter number at least. I will post down in the video description this K&N filter, which again fits the 5.7 and 3.6, as well as a couple cheaper options if you want to purchase your filters online. 3 liter Eco Diesel and 6.4 SRT guys, you are going to have a different setup, different part numbers, and probably a different airbox. So you're going to want a different video. This video is going to be for the people with 3.6 liter and 5.7, specifically targeting the 3.6 because that's what we have today. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Enough yapping. Pop the hood. All right, so on the V6, this is what we're looking at here. I assume the 5.7 must have a very similar design if it uses the same filter. All right, so replacement of the filter is actually very easy. No tools required. Should just have 2 little snap clips. One right here, just pull away from the airbox, and another one right here, same thing. Pull it away from the airbox. Now we should be able to grab this end of the airbox and kind of just tilt it up. On the end, the opposite end from the clips, there's just kind of 2 alignment cleats that we'll have to get back in place putting this together, but just gonna go ahead, lift it up and pull it towards us this direction slightly. Here's the little anchors I was telling you about. So these need to go back into here when we go together, but there we have it. This is the factory filter. I have not changed it yet. We're sitting at just under 9,000 miles. And you know, depending on your region where you live and your conditions and everything, they say to change it every roughly 6,000. So let's see what she looks like. Oh yeah, lots of cotton in there. You can still see all the cotton in my radiator and AC condenser from going to Lake of the Woods this spring fishing. I'm sure that's where this cotton came from. So could be worse. Could be worse, that's for sure, but also could be better, which is why, look at all that, which is why we're replacing it today. Yeah. So it's as easy as that for removal of the old filter. Got the K&N unboxed here. Of course, we have our warranty registration here, which I never bother with, and our almighty powerful K&N sticker with the sticker that says, "Do not discard filter, all the horsepower in the world." That's for mechanics that don't know any better and they think that your K&N filter that's $50 to $100 is just a cheap one and then they throw it away. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing all the services on this thing, so nobody better throw anything away. But here you go. The K&N itself is much thinner. I'll get it unboxed or unpackaged here, but you can see it's much thinner height-wise. That's fine as long as the gasket, this portion right here, is the same thickness, so we get a good seal around the airbox. It doesn't matter. And then the other dimensions look pretty darn close, so let's get it in there, see how it fits. Here's one more side-by-side comparison of the factory filter with the K&N. Like I mentioned, factory filter element itself much thicker, but the seal here is the same between the K&N and factory, so we're all good there. Now, installation of your new filter, whether it's K&N, a different brand, factory paper filter, whatever, installation is going to be the same steps regardless of the filter you're using, just reverse order of removal. If you look closely, the filter is not perfectly square. It is a bit of a rectangle, so the longer way that it goes is going to go sideways across the engine. So looks to me like it's bigger this direction than this direction, so this is exactly how it's going to go in, longer way crosswise. So what you want, again, regardless of what filter you're using, is you want the portion with this like thick seal, you want that to be facing up. You do not want it like this. That is wrong. You will not get the airbox together properly. It should go like this so that the majority of the filter drops down into the lower portion of the airbox, and then the seal gets pinched between the 2 halves of the airbox to create a good seal. So I'm just going to lift this up. Now would be a good time to check down in here if you have any mouse nest or debris or anything else. Clean that out, wipe it out, vacuum it, whatever you have to do. Mine is pretty clean, so I'm gonna go ahead and literally just drop in the drop-in air filter. Make sure that it sits nice all the way around. Kind of feel the edges Make sure there's no weird gaps or anything. It should sit pretty well, nice and flush. All right, so once we have the filter fully seated, it is laying nice and flat, we're sure of that. Then we can go ahead and again, right down here, I know it's not the easiest to see, but there's this one little tab that has to slide into this slot for the air box. And then the other one is right here, this tab into that slot. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull without messing the filter up, because you don't want to drag this across the filter and then yank the filter out of there. But I'm gonna basically pull the top this direction, and then I'm gonna tilt this side of it down, get those two cleats in place, and then shove this end back down, snap it into place. Just like so. See, like that. In. I do the same with this one. In. Once those two are in, push down. It should line up nice and perfect. If you have any sort of like overbite going on between the top and lower halves of the box, recheck this and make sure that you have it in there. But it should look like this. As you can see, the upper and lower halves are flush with each other, and the two alignment cleats are fully seated. So now all we have to do is just take the little clips that we flicked off at the beginning. And what I like to do is keep some downward pressure on the airbox and push in the middle section of the clip right here where my finger's moving, where that arch is. Push on the arch itself, not right here. This will work to lift it, but sometimes it's easier to push on the arch, as that kind of spreads the arch open and can sometimes make it easier to clip. Last one here. That's it. One last check to make sure everything's good. If you're sure everything's lined up, flush, sealed tight, close the hood, and we're done. So a simple drop-in filter like this is a good option for a lot of people. As you see, it has a lifetime warranty. Just cleaning it and use it over and over and over again. Plus it's a higher flow. The only thing is you need the cleaning kit to go with it. You know, I would never go 75,000 miles without changing or cleaning my air filter. There's no specific dyno chart or anything included with this one. I don't know if it's just kind of a blanket statement with K&N in general, but you know, increase horsepower, 50% more airflow. I know it does flow more. My buddy had a 5.0 F-150 that he had the stock air filter in. He put a K&N drop in literally on the dyno after we dynoed it stock, and he gained 10 wheel horse with a drop in. So you do get a little bit of performance out of them. Are you gonna get 10 horsepower out of a V6? Probably not. Are you gonna feel that 10 horsepower? Probably not, but it should help the engine breathe a little bit better. You may or may not get a little bit better fuel mileage. You may or may not get some more induction noise with this. I'm gonna do a separate video where I put my stock tires back on and do stock air filter versus K&N drop-in versus AFE GT Momentum cold air intake. So if you're interested in that, follow me for that. That will be coming soon. But yeah, for people that don't want to blow $250 to $400 on a cold air intake, this is a great option. I think something like this is about 50 or 60 bucks. Even if you don't feel the performance, you get to keep reusing it. You don't have to keep buying filters over and over again. So again, this should cover the 3.6 liter and the 5.7 Hemi from 2011 to 2021. And I will post a couple different filter options down in the video description. If this video helped you out, make sure you hit that like button, comment down below with any questions, and make sure to subscribe for more free automotive-based repair videos like this. Check out my other videos here on the channel and check me out on all my socials. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.